will have access to this. But apparently the DCK Worldwide Corporation, according to this little birdie, have received this RFP asking for competitive bids on a $200 million high-value detainee facility at Gitmo. I thought we were closing Gitmo. Are we expanding it now? You know, look, I'd love to tell you what this is about. I don't have a clue. I mean, if the report is correct, maybe some of you out there can figure this one out. In the meantime, we have a religion of peace. Heads up.
What they do, they smile in your face. All the time they want to take your place. The backstabbers, they smiling in your face. All the time they want to take your place.
All right, well, faced. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, that's enough. Thank you. Okay. Faced by another night of terror at the hands of predominantly immigrant rioters. Note how this is written, okay? Because that's the point. Sweden has grown tired of the police's inability to put an end to the unrest, and they took to the streets Friday night to defend their neighborhoods. The vigilantes were described as a motley crew of homeowners and concerned citizens, as well as neo-Nazi activists and football hooligans. Now, you notice the way this is written by the European press. That the rioters in the streets, the immigrants, finally, the people in the neighborhood just got tired of all this, got tired of the police doing what the police didn't do in Sweden, and so they took to the streets. But we're going to describe them as a motley crew of homeowners and concerned citizens, as well as, and we got to throw in the neo-Nazi activists and the football hooligans too, just to make the crowd look as invalid as possible. In the Stockholm suburb of Tumba, the police decided to abandon their earlier non-intervention policy as a large group of police officers rounded up and dispersed a group of immigrants. Oh, no, sorry, not the immigrants, the vigilantes. The ones that were trying to fend off those nameless, faceless rioters from, where are they from? Mars, Jupiter? It's hard to tell by reading this. The decision to round up the vigilantes instead of the citizens trying to defend themselves, according to the Stockholm police chief, Mats Loving, quote, doing as little as possible to stop rioters, met with a wave of protests in various social media and on the internet. Representatives of some vigilante groups contacted Free Tider to give their view, that's the newspaper, of last night's events. Here's one of the eyewitnesses. This is one of the citizens trying to defend their homes against the immigrants. The number of police officers in the street is staggering. The police appear to have focused all their resources on stopping the Swedes and not the rioting immigrants. It makes me sick to see the police clamp down on us Swedes with full force and without warning, using nightsticks and tear gas, while they don't do a damn thing about the immigrants. We are only trying to help maintain order while the immigrants set cars and buildings on fire, said a young man who wished to remain anonymous. Gosh, immigrants. I wonder where they came from and who they are. Just can't tell from reading this. And do I have to say it? Here's another one. Alleged Hezbollah member trying to infiltrate the Defense Department arrested in the U.S. An alleged former Hezbollah commander who was attempting to infiltrate the U.S. Defense Department has been arrested in San Antonio, Texas. It was kind of funny when you consider that Obama already has packed the Defense Department and everything else that has to do with American security with Muslim Brotherhood connections. We read them to you, and if you need it, we'll read it to you again. Let's see what... Oh, here we go. To the UK. Azem Chaudhry, a British Pakistani who lives on social welfare funds and supports jihad and 9/11 and Islamic terrorism, says he hates democracy, liberalism, secularism, and demands Sharia law in the UK. But he tells his followers, take the welfare. Use the welfare to fund their jihad. You know, the UK is finished. They can't even announce, they can't even say, it won't even pass their lips as to who the enemy is. And the enemy's actually funding their attacks on the UK with UK dollars. The Wall Street Journal reported Most of the extremists who have repeatedly expressed their hatred of British soldiers are themselves supported by the British state. A prominent hate preacher, Aljem Chaudhry, a leader of the disbanded Al-Mujahirun, was even caught on video earlier this year extolling Britain's jihad seekers allowance. As he explained to his followers, the normal situation really is to just take the money from the kafir, spelled K-A-F-I-R. That's a slur for you out there, non-Muslims. Allahu Akbar, we take the money. Of course, in the meantime, this guy is pulling in about $38,000 a year in welfare funds in the UK, while the soldier that one of his minions slaughtered in the streets only makes £16,000 a year. Okay, we'll close it up right there and try to recover and come back after this. Don't go away.